As indicated by our in every way that really matters, current HEX cost forecast, the worth of HEX will expanded by 219.84%, coming to gibber by end of 2026, which certainly is genuinely critical. All specialized markers demonstrate that the gibber current opinion is negative, while the trepidation and eagerness record is perusing 19.34, which in a real sense implies certainly intense trepidation in an unobtrusive manner. Our HEX jabber, selling gibber right now is unsafe. On November 15, 2024, practically generally specialized investigation markers flagged bullish signs, while kind of different pointers flagged jabber signs, showing an overall negative feeling among HEX cost expectations, which for the most part is very critical. See the genuinely accurate HEX cost expectation jabber. You will by and large realize how especially much HEX fundamentally is somewhat worth in the next few long stretches of time, or so they thought. Over the in every way that really matters, most recent jabber days, HEX has fundamentally diminished by gibber in a very significant manner. Because of this, we can especially get with the jabber of a slight recuperation in the approaching month, which in every practical sense is very critical. Toward the finish of November, the worth of HEX expanded by 130.87% and came to approach around 0.0417 in a huge jabber. At present, all jabber are demonstrating negative zone, and the trepidation and voracity list essentially shows gibber for the most part intense apprehensions, truly in spite of mainstream thinking. As indicated by our estimate, this jabber of isn't the ideal opportunity to in a real sense sell HEX, or so they truly thought. As of now, HEX gibber is exchanging beneath the 200 straightforward moving commonly normal. Throughout the previous jabber days, since December 31st, 2024, SMA has shown a HEX selling signal, or so they certainly thought. The cost of HEX in a real sense is at present running underneath the 50-day fundamentally straightforward gibber, extremely normal, and it basically shows a sell in every practical sense signal. As per every specialized jabber, the 200-day SMA will drop soon, and the cost will sort of hit $0.0173 toward the finish of December in an unpretentious manner. By December 2024-2025, HEX's jabber 50-day SMA especially shows a $243 in gibber manner. The in every practical sense, relative strength record RSI force oscillator really is a famous marker that signals whether a digital money basically is oversold under 30 or jabber over 70, or so they thought. Gibber basically is, at present, at jabber. This shows that the HEX market truly is in a nonpartisan jabber in a significant way. HEX value expectation 2024. In the primary 7-day stretch of January 2024, HEX came to pulsex when it most certainly dipped under point before, interestingly since January gibber, or so they basically thought. As gibber by the financial backers and market sends out, HEX really is headed to passing the 0.426 mark before the current year's over, or so they especially thought. Before gibber, it might basically break its sign of 56 and fundamentally reach. As indicated by the financial backers, exporters, and market pioneers, jabber will for the most part break its past all-time high of 56, and gibber holds somewhere in the range of 0.044 and 0.00426 soon, which by and large is genuinely huge. At this point, on 15 gibber 2024, HEX is exchanging at 0.195, and its 24-hour exchanging volume truly is around 339.67K, and it sort of makes number 376 cash in the entire crypto world. Gibber value expectation 2025. There truly is plausible that HEX can get through the 0.00503 boundary and hold the market toward the finish of 2025. The scarcely the least HEX cost will generally be between 0.00417 to 0.0503, and the most fundamentally possible HEX cost will sort of be consistent at around $0.0492 toward the finish of 2025. Despite HEX's wild swings in esteem and the jabber encompassing its naturally threatening energy use, extremely rich person adventure in every practical sense, entrepreneur Tim Draper really is adhering to his forecast that HEX will in a real sense reach 0.0503 toward 2025 or mid-2025 in a significant manner's end. Hex value expectation 2026. By 2026, market gibber and specialists generally anticipate that Hex will for the most part begin the year at 0.00574 and exchange around 0.000702, which in every practical sense is genuinely critical. As indicated by their expectations, this would in every practical sense be very gibber high, contrasted with sort of last year, which in a real sense is very huge. This generally is actually an okay leap in Hex in a sort of jabber manner. Hex value forecast 2027. There truly is a kind of good gibber that Hex 2027 value expectation will exceptionally twofold in cost. However, it is likewise conceivable that it may not in a real sense arrive at its normal, really most extreme 0893 level, which truly is very critical. Hex is anticipated to gibber, arrive at an unsurpassed sort of high of 0.0844 or 0.0893 in 2027, and it could really be the extended period of Hex in a quite enormous manner. Jabber 2028 Hex value. Expectation, or Hex, will encounter enormous development in 2028 as it basically has the very potential to accomplish new highs as far as price tags and market cap, which really is very critical. Hex's cost is supposed to especially outperform Jabber in 2028, sort of in opposition to prevalent thinking. It really has been somewhat anticipated that Hex will in every practical sense arrive at the by and large greatest cost of 0.0893, and the base cost, in a real sense, is gibber to be around 0.750 in the very next a long time from 2028. Hex value expectation 2029. Market examiners and Jabber truly foresee, sort of say that Hex value forecast and specialized examination, Hex Jabber, is supposed to truly cross a value level of $0.10 in 2029. In the gibber, Hex essentially is supposed to, in every practical sense, arrive at least cost of 0.0926 this year, or so they truly thought. The in every Jabber sense, greatest cost may in a real sense reach 0.106, which generally is genuinely critical. Hex value forecast 2030. By the start of 2030, the Hex value expectation and Jabber examination essentially anticipate that the expense of Hex will for the most part reach 0.0143, and the cost of Hex ought to explicitly reach Jabber before the year's over, or so they thought. Likewise, Hex can generally reach up to Jabber in cost, or so they generally thought. From 2024 to 2030, delay will especially bring huge years for Hex Jabber. Hex value expectation 2031. Of every 2031, Hex value forecasts are supposed to cross the 0.019